So, how was your weekend?
Pretty well. Went outside and had some fun and came back to home.
Came back home, not to home.
Okay. Came
Okay?
back home.
Home. Yes. So, to you can use with house, to the house. With home, you directly say it. You do not use the preposition.
Okay. I came
Okay?
back to house.
Yeah, to the. So, no, for house, you'll say to the. Okay? With house, we use the preposition. With home, you directly use it. So, I came back to the house or I came home.
Okay.
Okay?
And what is the difference between house and home?
Okay, yeah, a good question. So, generally, how home is more personal. It is somewhere when, you know, house is just a physical house. Home
Okay.
is where your family is and where that feeling is. Okay? So, when you usually we say that I'm going home, we don't say I'm going to the house, right? But we
Yes.
say I'm going to someone else's house,
Yeah.
right? So usually home is very personal, so we use it that way. So home is more of a feeling. Like in, do you know Hindi?
I don't know, but little bit.
Little bit. So okay, in general in English also, but I've told you. Physically, we say a house. Okay, home is more personal. It's more intimate, right? So that is the reason a lot of time when we particularly talk about ourselves, we say we are going
Okay.
home, right? So we can also say that I will be visiting my house. That is a different thing. It is similar. The only little bit of difference it comes the home word usually when we use it, it is just to have that family and that personal thing, whereas
Okay.
house is more of a physical thing. Although both of them can be used and they both are correct.
And can we call inside of the house as home?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And one small question for you. And may I know your English journey? How did you master English?
Master English. Okay. So first thing first, I feel that nobody is perfect when it comes to a language. Nobody can be perfect in a language. There's so much to learn. I don't know if you remember, I'm also a French trainer along
Okay.
English, right? So I personally feel that there's never a full stop to any language. There's so much to learn. But I've had English since I was in school. So I remember at that point it was a little difficult to adapt to that environment. But my friends were talking in English, school was talking, total always teachers were talking in English. So as a kid, it is easier to learn a language compared to as an adult. So your brain pick it up easily, right?
Yes.
Then after that, I had no plans to become an English trainer. I always had a good command on English because I was always teaching French. So, when I'm teaching French, I have to teach them in another language. I cannot just always talk in French. So, I used to speak in English. So, English grammar topics were supposed to be clear. Hindi grammar topics were supposed to be clear in my mind at the same time, right? So, maybe that just helped me more. Other than that, I have been on this platform for 1 year and 8 months or something like that. And
Oh,
I love
2 years.
this platform. I mean, I love talking to new people. I love it. It is not just your growth here to learn a language, but I also get to understand different problem people actually face in a language and how I can actually help someone out with that. So other than that, then I also did a certification in English to teach English as a foreign language. So it is called TEFL. So it's an international certification. So I did that, and even today, like And now I've started working full time also as a communication trainer. So I'm working with this institute for cabin crews, basically people who become air hostess and who wants to become. So I am working in that institute as a communication trainer for them.
And
So
while you are learning English language, did you follow any specific grammar books?
see, I'll tell you what, grammar already, in school it was taught as a subject only.
Hmm.
Somewhere I'll say that when it comes to the spoken part, uh, it has been a hard journey because I remember I used to pick up English songs with subtitles because of the accent. I used not understand them, and I've spent 4 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, just listening to one song constantly.
Again and again. Hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, after that, slowly, I realized that anyway in school it was 6 hours of English speaking, and then it helped me. Then slowly reading happened. Like I still don't read much, but to it really helps you with the pronunciation. I started doing tongue twisters in English,
Hmm.
okay, to help me with the pronunciations of the word. Okay, and even today in the class I'm teaching the same thing, that personally, because I feel that I have also been in that seat where I was learning a language that is not in my environment even today, right? So yeah, and then right now I think I watch shows, I watch everything that's in English, and I can understand it without subtitles. So that has, but it's been a long journey because I've also put in that hard work years back to adapt to this language in that way. So yeah.
And whenever you get a new word, and
Sorry, ask. I'm sorry, I'm a
yeah,
little thirsty. Ask.
you whenever you get a new word, and how you will remember that, and do you write notes, or you just
Yeah.
register in your mind?
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Good question. So I feel as a learner, it is very important for all because we all are learners, right? You might be learning a bit basic level compared to mine, but we all are learners, right? I feel it is very important to be curious, as in you want to do something, you want to learn, right? So I feel I'm not someone who wants to learn 10 new words every day, no. But I'm still that curious that let's say I'm reading a book or I'm watching something and I don't understand a word, like I don't know the meaning of a word. I'll stop the video right there or I'll stop the book right there. I'll Google the word, I'll Google the sentence, how to make it, and I'll try to make a sentence on my own on that word. After that, if I feel that the word will be there in my vocabulary, great. Like, when you see a word, you know that it is something I can use in my daily life, or no, I cannot use it in my daily life, right? So, if that is there, great, I use it. If no, then sometimes they are registered with the meaning, sometimes they're gone. I do write them down sometimes.
Hmm.
Like when I'm reading a book, I always have another notepad with me where I am underlining the word, googling it, writing the meaning. But I'll say out of those 10 words, I remember two,
Hmm.
right? Like
Oh,
that day I was reading this book and there was a word jostle in it. It's a verb,
okay.
okay, to
What
jostle.
does it
So
mean?
that is, it means, when it's really crowded and you're like going in like that, it's
Okay.
called jostling between the crowd.
Jostly.
Jostle is a verb.
Jostle.
Yes, yes. I'll let you know the spelling 1 second.
Okay.
Yes. So Jostle.
J
Okay.
O S
To
T L E.
push,
Okay.
basically, when it's really crowded
So
and you push,
yeah,
yeah,
for
you
example,
push
if you go
one.
for any new movie
Yes.
to buy tickets, and at the time
Yes,
we get this
yes,
situation, right?
exactly. So push hard against somebody in a crowd.
Okay.
So to jostle in the crowd. Basically in
Mm-hmm.
Hindi you say dhakka mukki.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that that is a word that is easy to remember. It's a different word, and it's something that I can use in my day-to-day life, vocabulary,
Mm.
right? So I remember it. But there's also a list of verbs that I have with me that I sometimes I know the meaning, but they're never used. It is just I
Mm.
have to know them because I'm an English trainer. I will remember more words. It's easier for me, but it's not in my vocabulary. So I think the best way of working on your vocabulary is to watch and listen to things. There is no other way.
Mm.
Because the exposure you have with the vocabulary there's so many new words. I'm telling you, I'm not saying pick up any higher level verb. No, simple verb, the pronunciation, right? So
Mm.
all of them. So there are a lot of series. Any series you'll pick up if you like. For all you, I'm pretty sure you'll at least learn one word out of the whole series.
Okay.
And it at the same time it helps with adapting to the accent, the pronunciation, and to pick up the language quickly. Like as Indians, we speak slow when we are learning a language, right?
Yes.
They speak fast.
Mm.
That is the reason we also have tongue twisters in English, Hindi, and all the languages, right? So it helps to clear the tongue out. I remember, so there's this tongue twister.
Read
She
that.
sells the seashells at the seashore. Now it is just the one line. It's actually more. It's
Mm.
longer than this. It says she sells the seashells at the seashore. The seashells she sells at the seashore are solely seashore shells. So it goes far. She sells the seashells at the seashore. The seashells she sells at the seashore is solely seashore. And the what is it? Your
Mm.
tongue rolling quickly.
Yes.
It only comes when you're constantly hearing, you're constantly practicing a language, right? Any
So
other question?
these tongue twisters help us to speak fast. How those tongue twisters will help us?
Tongue twister actually main help, like the main thing that they exist is because they help you with clearing your tongue. The pronunciations sometimes they don't sit on your tongue as a new learner or as a native learner, right? Because and at the same time it
Mm.
helps you to work on your timing of a language. Okay, so I can say the same thing. If let's say as I'm a native learner, I'm still new to English. So if I will hear someone speak quick this quickly, I will not understand this, right? But
Yes.
with me practicing such thing constantly, not just this, I'm saying I'm watching also. I, no matter whichever tongue twister you will pick up, I will understand. So my brain is also quickly unfolding the language.
Okay.
Okay? Because as a learner, we are learning a language, but the main focus of the language is to communicate, right? And you find all sort of people to communicate with. Some of them speak fast, some of them speaks slow, and not every time people will slow down for you, right? Especially if they're not Indian. Indians still speak slower English, clearer English. Others, they anyway cut down on words. There are slangs, and then there are a lot of. So, it is easier to unfold a language in brain when you're practicing it this way.
Mm.
Getting my point?
Yes.
Any other question you have today for me?
Is grammar play crucial role while learning English? And
Yes.
can we learn English and without practicing grammar?
No,
For
grammar
spoken
plays.
English purpose only, not for the competitive exams like that. For
Yeah,
spoken
I get
English.
it. So see, I'll tell you what. Not all grammar, I'll say, but you should at least know the basic rule. It's basically, like when you're building a house, you at least need a foundation to build a house on. You cannot
Yes.
randomly build a house in the air. So
Yes.
you should have a base of the language, right? You should know the tense a bit. I'm not saying you should know what each tense is called. I'm not saying that you should know what a passive voice and active voice is with the name, right?
Okay.
But you should know the base, how a sentence is formed, what are some rules, so that it is easier for you to speak a language. Otherwise, you will have a difficulty when it comes to actually forming the sentence, because grammar is what it is, just to help you to form the sentences. There's so many things that now, because I've started teaching, I have to make those ppts, and I have to make them, explain them to that level. But when it comes to the spoken part, as long as you know the rules, it's okay. Sometimes even, a lot of time I did not remember, okay, this is called past continuous, this is called past perfect. No, I did not remember one by me. I just knew how to use it. I knew, okay, I have to say I was eating, I had eaten. I remember the form of verbs, the
Mm.
first form, fourth form. Now that comes with practice. So yes, you need a foundation of a language to at least have a clearer mindset, so that you can also identify where something is wrong.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. That's it for the session. And give me any example. You can give two topics, and among that, select one topic, and I try to speak on that topic for 1 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So, let me give you a topic today. Wait. Can I just give you one topic, or you want two? So you want a choice?
Yeah, just to give me
Okay.
two.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So one topic is, you have to talk about what you would have become if not you were in your current job. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Second topic, you have to talk about one of your favorite persons and why do you like them. One of your favorite people. It can be anyone, it can be out of family, it can be an actor, actress, a cricketer, anything. And why do
Okay.
you like them? Okay.
Yeah. I'll go with the second topic.
Okay.
Uh, and the person uh, name is Mahatma Gandhi, and I like him most. And earlier days, and I didn't know about that Gandhi, and at that time, I didn't like, and many persons said that uh, something. But when I read his autobiography, I came to know that how he spent his life and how he fought for a freedom. And the main thing I like, what I like is, you know, if getting angry is very easy, and if anybody hurts you, and it is very easy to slap him, and it is very easy to scold him, but it is very tough to control your angry, and again you speak with them with friendly, like that, and it is very tough thing, and that's what I like. And one more thing, his administration skills, he did quit India, and many movements for freedom. Yeah, many freedom fighters work under Mahatma Gandhi, worked under Mahatma Gandhi, and yeah, I like his administration skills and how he ran the freedom movement. Yeah, those are the things, uh, those are the reasons why I liked him.
Good.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
very
it.
good. You spoke well. Okay. However, there were some errors, grammatical errors, that I want to discuss with you, even pronunciation errors that I want to clear out with you. Okay. So you said that Mahatma Gandhi, I liked him most. Okay. First, liked is in past,
Okay,
right? Okay, so either you say that I still admire him the most or
okay,
I like him the most. Okay, but the most, not most directly, still.
okay. I'll.
Okay, and
Hmm,
you can say I admire him the most.
I admire him the most.
Okay, because
Hmm,
you look up to him actually. You know, he's
hmm,
an inspiration somewhere. So
oh,
admire. Okay,
okay,
persons. See, okay, you will see a lot in spoken English, sometimes in books, person's word is mentioned. Can you hear me?
Pers- yeah, I can hear you. No,
So, person,
person. Actually, I
person,
think there is no
people.
word like persons, right?
Yes, I'll tell you. You will see it. I'm not saying you will not see it, but grammatically it is not correct, actually.
Okay.
There
Hmm,
are books, I remember NCRT and science books and all. You see persons written, and sometimes it is okay. It is considered acceptable, but grammatically it is not correct. Grammatically, person, people. Okay,
okay.
and you said that when you were talking about his thing of how it's difficult to be calm, actually, you know, it's easier to be
Yes.
angry and slap people. It's like, so it's difficult to control your control your anger.
Okay.
Angry is a
Control.
feeling, okay?
Hmm.
Anger is the emotion, angry is the feeling.
Okay.
When you have a lot of anger, you are angry.
Hmm.
Okay, so you have to control your emotion, no? So control your anger.
Control your anger. It is
Okay,
tough to control anger.
yes, angry,
Hmm.
you'll not say with control your anger. Angry
Okay.
is a person. Why are you so angry?
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so when you have a lot of anger in you, you are an angry person. Okay,
Okay.
uh, angry is in okay. Then you pronounced many wrong. Can you pronounce this again for me once?
Many. Many.
Yes, many. Okay.
Many.
Okay. Yes, many is okay. It
Hmm.
is not okay. Movement. You said movement.
Ah, yes, I said movement.
Movement.
Freedom movement.
Yes, movement.
Okay,
Freedom.
movement.
Movement is any movement. You know, right now this is a movement,
Yes.
right? It would not come back. Movement is actually that, all that quit India movement and everything that happened where people came together to fight. Those
Yes.
are movements.
Okay, movement.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So that is were instead of more there.
Okay.
Okay. Rest,
Hmm.
it was good. I also will wrap this up because I have another class after this.
Sure.